Hello everyone, how's everybody doing? You guys doing good too? I'm doing good too. Let's get on today's video session. Here we go. What have I got for you today? It's about the GPU. What's inside the Fujitsu Stylistic Q7311? Download after just the busy everyone and stuff. Yeah, I just like my rock around music as always. So welcome back on my video session today. Today is really important because we need to understand this new PC coming from Fujitsu, right? Which is called Fujitsu Stylistic Q7311. Salad. Laptop, desktop PC, high performance system. Definitely high performance system this time. I always say, don't I? This system, right? It's got something that I really want to talk about. You're probably going to know that from the title when you click on my video anyway. What's this about, right? The GPU that this system has. It's been in many systems before. First of all, let's tell you what it is. The GPU is Intel Iris Xe graphics. It is that one. Now this GPU, Intel Iris Xe graphics, okay, is being in many handheld and notebooks. Quite a lot of them. Even some laptops might have it as well. Okay, we're gonna go a bit further into this video, right? We're gonna go right deep depth into this whole thing. What is this all about? Can this new GPU amaze you? That's the point. How far does GPUs like Intel UHD or Intel UHD 620 go? That's the thing. I think a lot of systems that Fujitsu made before were using Intel UHD 620 and 630s. They were using them. I'm gonna be telling you the benchmarks. All from 1 up to Intel Iris Xe graphics, man. Okay, so this is gonna be really interesting. So let's dive into this whole session today and what we make of it. So this is the Intel Iris Xe graphics. Okay. It was in laptops in 2020. Okay. And it became really popular, right? With Intel i5 and i7 core. Okay? Processors. No joke. The important thing about this is, right, first of all, I'm going to tell you, right, what are these processors? Because I just mentioned to you It was popular for i5 or i7 core. Alright. Okay, like the i5 1135G7. Then we got i7. That's i5. Okay. Now i7 is i7-1165G7. These were the CPU processor models that it became popular in laptops in the year 2020. All right. So that is pretty interesting. And I was really amazed how popular it came in these systems. All right. And it was also used in many notebook PCs. Okay. But in the year 2020, right, it became very popular. Yeah, with i5, i7 core, as I told you. And then as years went further, it's like 2021 about, it started going in many notebook PCs. All right. Now let's go more further into the Intel Xe graphics. I was thinking, why is this still called the entry level GPU when it's driving at higher levels? Yeah, it's just like the other integrated GPUs we had before. All right, this is really important to know why it's still entry level. Okay, now the primary reason for that is it still doesn't have its own memory. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't have its own memory. That's the main reason behind it. Okay? And for that reason, it can't be compared to, NVIDIA GTX and RTX video cards. Because when we talk about the NVIDIA GTX and RTX, they have their own memory in the video cards. But with integrated GPUs that we had before, right? They don't have the memory of their own. Now, even with Intel Iris Xe graphics, it's still the same. That's why it's still called entry level, from my understanding, anyway. Alright. Let's go further into more. Now, the Intel Xe graphics is faster than, okay, faster than, right, Intel UHD graphics, which is really good. It's way faster than that. You'll soon find out what I mean by that. If we look at, let's explain a bit more. If we look at the Intel UHD, I really thought the Intel UHD, right, and the Intel UHD 620 and 630, they were quite good. They were pretty fast. But the benchmarks are pretty low. They are really good GPUs. Sometimes even reading articles and information, comparing benchmarks to one to each other, doesn't matter. That's not important. Because if you look at the one we had back in 2013, it was a quite good one. That was the Intel HD 4400. Now, the Intel HD 4400 has been in many laptops and desktop PCs, and it performs really, really well. Now I'll give you one example where Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, which the game was released in July 2021. Yeah, this year, July 2021. And it's working really well on it. Okay, it might be not fast, because obviously when you put that game on, there are no settings in it. There's no settings in it. To get settings in Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, you need to have this game in Steam and through the library. And from there, you could do some settings. It does that. Because if you look at, if you just get the Ninja Gaiden or download it from somewhere, like a cracked version of it, that probably be on 720p. It probably will. Because I was thinking, because like when I was playing this game, why did that game run at good speed in Fujitsu Stylistic Q704 tablet? He was performing pretty good. Okay, not the best, but he was very good at playable speeds. You can actually play the game because I've just played Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden 2, and both of these games performed really well. The way graphics performance goes, it's you did a really really good job, and considering it's quite a new game. Well, it's a remaster collection, but still, reading the manufacturer's, oh sorry, not manufacturer, the developer's information, this game's up to 4K. It said 720p, 1080p, and 4K resolutions. This actual game was running on. It was doing really, really higher performances. Okay, now we're gonna go into the benchmarks, and you tell me how good this GPU really is. All right, so this is Intel Iris Xe Graphics G7 benchmarks. Okay, here we go. Radeon R2 1. You know all these numbers I'm telling you at the end, they're benchmarks, okay? What this website has been telling us. They're not mine anyway. Okay, Radeon R2 is 1. Radeon X3 is 2. Then we got Intel UHD 610 3. 610, only a 3. Then we got Radeon R4 3. Then we got Radeon R5 3 again. So loads of 3, aren't they? Okay, then we got Radeon Vega 8. Hold on, I need to stop there. I remember that when a loads of articles on the internet were on about Radeon Vegas, they were on about 8 and 10s. They were saying that these GPUs are kind of good. Yeah? But how do they compare to the Intel ones? How do they actually compare to them? I really believe that Radeon Vega is not an Intel. You'll soon find out. Now keep on watching this. Sometimes Radeon's high. Sometimes Intel, Radeon, Intel, Radeon, Intel. This is crazy stuff. Okay? Keep on listening to this. Alright? Right, where are we? Radeon Vega 3, 5. Intel UHD 620. This is the one I was talking about lots in my previous videos and discussions. Now the Intel UHD 620 It's quite good, you know. Do not believe any of these benchmarks too much. I don't care what these benchmarks say because they haven't even included Intel HD 4400 because I think Intel HD 4400 in terms of this website would have scored zero. It would have scored zero. Yeah, zero. I mean, if Intel HD 4400 scores as a benchmark zero, does that mean it's bad? Absolutely not. No, of course not. Because I've used Intel HD 4400 quite a lot. And in terms of graphics performance, with I've noticed that when we use Intel i3 and i5 core, I can't see much of a difference really. Sometimes what happens when we use Intel i5 core, it tends to show a little bit of boost, but to be honest, there's not much of a difference. Okay, there isn't. Right, Intel USD 620 is 5. Then we got Intel UHD, which has got no number on it, 5. Then we got Intel UHD G1, 6. Yeah. Then we got Radeon Vega 8, the one I was talking about. Radeon Vega 8, 9. Intel UHD C4. I forgot to write the information on that one. Sorry about that. I don't know that one. Sorry about that. Intel Iris Plus. Intel Iris Plus G4. Now do not get confused with Intel Iris Plus G4 and Intel Iris Xe graphics. They're not the same thing. No. Remember one thing, if you can't remember the actual number at the end, if it says Intel Iris Plus, you know this one is a bit less. Okay? Because I think this one runs a bit less watts. Okay? So don't get confused with that. Intel Iris Plus G4, 9. Radeon Ryzen 3 4300U, 9. Intel, another one, Intel Iris Plus G7, 12. Okay. Radeon Vega 10, 13. This one is 12, this one's 13. I don't think it will do much of a difference really. Radeon Ryzen 5 4500U, 12. Radeon Ryzen 7 4700U, 14. GeForce MX330, 15. These are NVIDIA ones, by the way. GeForce MX350, 15W, 16. It's going to be higher now, isn't it? GeForce MX350, 25W, 21. And finally, we reached to that one. Intel Iris Xe Graphics, 21. Look how high this thing is. It's kind of good. Now, if we go from 21 to 119 in benchmarks, you will go up to NVIDIA RTX 2080. You'll go up to that. Okay, those are more extreme and high ones. If we look at the Intel Iris Xe graphics, yeah, scoring a benchmark of 21, this is really impressive because having a benchmark of 21, it's really impressive. This is gonna be absolutely a graphics performer or graphics performance, whatever you want to say. I tell you right now, alone a GPU can't do on its own. All right, you need to understand more when you buy Intel Iris Xe graphics. If you want to boost maximum graphics out of this thing, right? Because I really think this GPU is amazing. Yeah, you need to know more on this because this won't be enough. All right. Yeah, as I said, this won't be enough just having that GPU in there. If the system didn't have very high components in there, then I don't think it would be a great thing. All right. So here we go further along. Yeah. Now we're gonna go into the Fujitsu Stylistic Q7311 tablet, laptop, desktop, PC, high performance system. Now we're gonna go into this Fujitsu system. How does this fare to this system? In what ways? You have to look at many components that a system uses. Because without that, the components, right, with high components, it's not going to help you much, is it? I'm not saying that you do have to have really high components in there to get this thing running good. But if you do, because if you do this, you will get maximum, maximum graphics performance. All right, this is really important. Okay, high components in the system. So let's see what you really need. All right, this is very important. Okay, and let's see how good this system really is. Okay, first of all, we know the maximum CPU you can get on this system that I already mentioned to you right at the top. Uh, Intel uh, Intel i7 core. Now this system, Fujitsu Stylistic Q7311, right, has the Intel Core i7 1165G7. It's got that in there, you know. You can have these options. You got options on i5 and i7 to choose from, but I will go for i7, the fastest CPU you can get in the Fujitsu Stylistic Q7311 tablet. Okay, this is ultimate performance. Okay, I would say this is not high. This is ultimate performance. All right. Using the Intel i7 Core i is a really big thing. Having one of them, you will get high. I mean, in terms of this device, you will get ultimate performance out of it. Trust me on that. So if you want that, go for that. Memory. The memory we're talking about is the system RAM. So in this system, we got a dual channel, 16 GB. You got options here from this system to choose from 8 GB to 16 GB. If I was you, I wouldn't go for 8 GB. Go for 16 GB LP DD or LP DDR4. Something like that. Go for that one. This is the fastest memory or system RAM you can get on this system. Alright. We're gonna go in more into the memory, don't worry. Because it just doesn't end there. Because there's more things need to be added into this. Now the LPDDR4 is a fast memory. Okay? For applications and shared memory. Alright? For shared memory. For Intel Xe graphics. Even it shares it because it's going to share it because there's no memory to the Intel Iris Xe graphics of its own. Don't worry too much when I'm talking about the sharing part because it shouldn't scare you off. Because even it shares it, the more RAM you got, more RAM will be left for the system to run as well. Okay? There'll be a lot of memory, right, for the system. We're going to go into that bit later on. The benchmarks, right, are really good for the Intel Iris Xe graphics. Okay? Now we know, yeah, how good is the Intel Xe graphics for graphics performance. Okay? Right. So, just hold on. Okay. So now I'm gonna dive into a bit more. Now we're gonna go into the specifications. Yeah? Okay, I know I'm not showing you some on the screen. I'll read them carefully. Specification, GPU name, Intel Iris Xe G7, CPU type, integrated graphics, uses laptop RAM as video memory. As I said, we're going to go into that. Number of execution units, cores, shaders, 96. If I'm not wrong, the Intel Iris Plus uses about 64. This one uses 96. Alright, remember that. I think you probably heard of it that when they were releasing these systems, there were some systems with Intel Iris Plus, which was 64. And if you got a system with Intel Iris Xe graphics, you know you got 96 in there. Core clock speed up to 1300 MHz. Video memory size, shared main memory, depends on system. Yeah. That's important. Listen to that carefully. Shared main memory depends on system. We're going to go into that. What does that mean? Memory type DDR4, shared system memory, video memory speed depends on system. Okay. Production technology 10 nanometer, year of release 2020. Right. So now we're going to go into its memory. As I mentioned to you earlier on, the Intel Iris Xe graphics does not have its own memory. For that part, it's called entry level. Okay, it's not really entry level, I would say, but the way the industry understands it, they just call it that. There's no memory in there, yeah? It's sharing it. Where does it share it from? The memory. The memory. You know, system RAM. It's from there. Yeah. Right. We need to know how much can be used. If you got 16 GB, right, this is gonna be incredible. Incredible, man. This is a killer, this system is. Fujitsu Stylistic Q7311 tablet, laptop, desktop, PC, high performance system, man. You know how much you will share? I don't know why I'm not telling you so soon. If there's 16 GB LP DDR4, it will share 4 GB. 4 GB. If we do this, 16 minus 4, how much is left for the system? 12. Whoa! 12! Whoa, 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 whoa! That is a lot of memory, man. Wow. A lot of companies have been telling you this before. 16 GB, he will share 4 GB to the Intel Iris Xe graphics. He will give you 4 to it. And the 4 GB will go and you'll still have 12 GB left. That is enough for your system. Isn't that incredible? There's lots of memory for you there. So what does this mean? Now, the Intel Iris Xe graphics has 4 GB memory. He has 4 GB. It's not 0. 4 GB RAM. Now the 12 GB is enough for your applications and for graphics performance. Enough. It's enough memory. Absolutely amazing. Let's go take it a bit further. Now we understand that a lot of companies, right, are making these systems for gaming. As I already showed you, Fujitsu Stylistic Q704 tablet, it does a pretty good job. I would say, wouldn't you say? Come on, man. Yeah, I've showed you so much emulation and PC games running on that system. Intel i5 core, Intel HD 4400, 4 GB RAM system. Check it out. Intel HD 4400 in that system. And it does a good job of it. If you can run games Intel HD 4400, the Intel Iris Xe graphics. I'm going to take you somewhere else before we do that. There were some companies out there that were using Intel Iris Plus. Intel Iris Plus. And they were saying it's not bad. Now this is Intel Iris Plus we're talking about. And then they go on talk about Intel Iris XC graphics as well. Look, that's a lot better. So what does it mean? Nah, that's telling you something. One side, as I told you, Intel HD 4400 performs very well, and there's some companies using Intel RS Plus and Intel RS XC graphics for gaming. For gaming, you know, the Intel RS XC graphics. I need to do some music here, man. Hadouken, Hadouken. Akuma style. Oh, wielding your sword like a Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, fast as a ninja, man. This Intel Iris Xe graphics, man, is fast in graphics performance. Yeah, he's ultimate. He blows the crap out of. If you tried Intel's GPUs before, Intel HD 4400 will be by far the worst when it comes to benchmarks. Then they improved it on with Intel USD 620, was good. Then they improved it with Intel USD 630. What now? Then Intel Iris Plus was much better. But then, whoa, nearly the double, man. The power of this Intel Iris Xe graphics, man, is the ultimate in graphics performance. This thing does up to 4K. A lot of the systems probably won't do on screen, but when you connect it from the output using HDMI to monitors or television, you could do 4K. It will do 4K resolution. Amazing. I don't know, I can't confirm this. If you were able to do from TV out for monitors and TVs, you can play up to 4K. Maybe you could. I don't know yet because I haven't tested it. It's hard to say. 720p 1080p will be quite a boost on this thing. Then you got the resolutions. Oh, you know, resolution like 1440 times 900, 1600 times 900. Then you go up to 1080p, 1920 times 1080, and even up to 4K resolutions, man. In some games, maybe. So this thing's gonna be proper, extremely powerful. Now you know it boosts a lot of memory. You know, having 16 GB. So having a Fujitsu Stylistic Q7311 laptop, tablet, laptop, desktop piece, high performance system with Intel i7 core, Intel Iris Xe graphics, 16 GB LPDDR4. This is the specification you need, and this system will be ultimate. Ultimate. Well, Rio Busa, what do you think? Do you think it's the ultimate? Or we can ask the other guy as well. Hayati. What do you say? We got Rio Busa on one side and we got Hayati on the other side. Thanks to you guys, you came in Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. Here we go, Ryu. This is Ryu for ya. And this is Hayati for ya. What'd you say, Ryu and Hayati? What'd you say? They're saying yes. This is the ultimate performance. They want to see Ninja Gaiden Master Collection running on the system. We want to see it running at 60 frames per second. which we couldn't get that from Fujitsu Stylistic Q704. But it was running at a decent speed and could still play. But now, thanks a lot Fujitsu for releasing this new system. It's actually released by some online shops. They actually got it. What happens with this system, right? If you want to buy this system, I will get it. Because you know what? Think about it. This system is 4-in-1. Tablet, laptop, desktop PC, and gaming. That's a lot. This is the ultimate system, man, for everything. You won't have a thing that you will need another system. No need one. Don't bother with them. Get this system. It's ultimate. You will get really good graphics performance. If you see loads of a similar hardware specification like this, because I think when we used to make systems, there might be more to this system. There might be more to it, to the hardware. Because these are the main things. CPU, GPU, RAM, these are the main things, aren't they? But the Fujitsu will add more things to it, like settings, coolings. It's gonna do all that. And that's gonna improve it even more. Yeah? Have it from me. It's the ultimate. Ultimate, trust me. For email, web browsing, graphics artists. Always got Wacom in there. And you got that stylus pen again, Wacom again in there. They've changed the pen, by the way. As well, it's much better. Edited documents, Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, whatever. It's all there. Gaming, of course. So I think this has been quite a lot for you. This is I told you quite a lot. I don't think I need to talk too much about this anymore. I think I've given you quite a lot of information. So there you go. I mean, you should be able to put the system to the highest levels. I think you'll get really amazing frame rates on the system for graphic designers and gaming. Alright, so there you have it. Give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye from now.